quick video since I had the camera set up here of my latest status of my rack. Got a Furman power supply. Actually, it's the linear AC power conditioner, PF Pro R power factor. Got the AXFX Ultra there. There's a Sound Sculpture switchblade. I haven't used other ones, but from what I can tell, this is one of the most powerful ones out there if you're looking for a switcher looper. It's highly programmable, has software to program it, works absolutely fantastic. The OD-2, the yellow pedal there, you can see that's in one of the loops of the Sound Sculpture. I'll show you how that works later. There's a shelf with the line 6 M13 on it. I haven't really used that much. I'm experimenting with it to see if I like some of the drives on it better than the Axe, but I'm sure if with time I can model the drives I like on it with the AXFX. There's a OD-2 in there. I haven't got around to Mysterious Ways and other songs, but we'll use the OD-2 when we get to Mysterious Ways and a couple other songs. You got the OD-2 in there. You've got my Triad pedal by Psionic Audio. And this is very interesting. We'll go through some MIDI tutorials at some point. At the bottom there, I think this is one, if you can get one of the best MIDI switchers out there. It's an 8x8. There you go, MIDI Sport 8x8 by M Audio, USB. So this goes USB to my computer, and then it's got 8 MIDI ins and 8 MIDI outs. There you go. Essentially, all my gear goes all the MIDI ins outs of my gear goes into this unit, and then the USB goes to the computer, and then so my computer can send MIDI instructions to all of this. So when I did Until the End of the World was the AXFX was completely controlled by Logic. I did not use my foot controller, and I will do a tutorial on that also and show you how I did that. Essentially, the computer Logic sent the MIDI instructions to this unit down here. Okay, it went into probably the USB goes in the back. So the MIDI instructions went from Logic into my Apple computer to the USB out to the USB port in this unit, and then those instructions went into port 1 that's hooked up to my AXFX, and it sent the MIDI instructions from the MIDI out here to the Axe. In the back of the AXFX is a MIDI port, and it changed the preset and the control changes, the effect changes directly. So that is the interface for controlling all of the rack equipment. Now, if you see port 8 has that cable right there, that cable is my MIDI foot controller. So if I want to play a song and control the changes myself, then the MIDI controller sends the same instructions to that port in 8 and then goes to all the effects in those ports there, and then the changes get made. So essentially, this is the hub of the digital communication protocol to make all the preset and control changes. And whether you use the MIDI controller right there, that cable, the foot controller, the liquid foot, or whether you use Logic to do it, which goes into the back through the USB port, either way, those instructions will then go from this 8x8 MIDI port all the way to all of this stuff. And Edge essentially has probably something very similar. He's got a foot controller, and then he's got to send all the MIDI instructions to all his equipment. MIDI, there is the liquid foot controller up on the desk there. So there you go. That's a quick review of the U2 guitar tutorial rig. I thought I would quickly show everyone the Boss OD-2 drive pedal. This has been known to be what Edge uses on until the end of the world, or he used to. He might use his line 6 unit now to model this. You can get pretty close with the M13 or the M9 or any of the other line 6 devices. But this is originally core to the Edge's tone, and I don't believe they make this anymore. The turbo, if you do use this pedal, the turbo should be off. I use the level here about 2 o'clock, the tone about 1 o'clock, the drive about 12, a little past 12 o'clock seems to work well, and the turbo off. So those are the settings that I thought worked really well for Until the End of the World, so I thought I would show everybody that also. And then what I will do is I'll play through this pedal with the Axe FX with no other effects on, and I'll show you how you can use the Axe FX to model this pedal. I got it just so that I could do that. Now that I have a good Axe FX model, I can sell this pedal eventually and don't have to have so much gear.
Knock it off.